Hello everyone, in the previous video we talked about how to install VirtualBox and how to install Xubuntu in it, and I told you we're going to talk about VirtualBox additions and extensions today, so let's get right into it. So let's quickly go over how to install the VirtualBox extension pack. So if you remember in the previous video, we already downloaded the file, right? So now I'm just going to double click on it and it's going to open VirtualBox and it's going to ask you if you actually want to install it, and you just hit install, and it's going to give you a EULA, which I highly recommend you read. I've already read it before, but just make sure you do that and click I agree. And it should install the extension pack for you. Now, once we do that, we're going to open our, you're going to start up our virtual machine, all right? So now what we got to do is, first of all, go into devices and click on insert guest editions CD image. All right, now it's going to show up this CD icon for you, and it's going to auto mount the whole CD, right? All right, so now what you're going to do is right click here, click on the open terminal. You can maximize the terminal. Now, if you type ls in a terminal window, you're going to see all the files that are available within the current directory. This here is the directory path, right? Okay, now we need to run this VBox Linux editions file. So we're going to do /VBox Linux editions.run. All right. All right. So now if you've noticed, it gave us a little error here that a system is currently not set up to put kernel modules. Please install the GCC make Perl packages from your distribution. Now, it's a good thing that we came across this problem, because now you'll learn how to fix a problem like this. When it says, please install the GCC make Perl packages from your distribution, for Ubuntu, we use the apt command for installing stuff. So let's go one step at a time. All right, so let's do sudo, because you want to run this as a super user. All right, and then we want to do apt, which is our package manager. So apt is the command to run the package manager. Now, what do we want the package manager to do? We wanted to install a certain set of packages, right? So we'll do install. That is the command that you give to apt to install. Now, once we've got this, we gotta put in what kind of packages do you want it to install. So we want GCC, we want make, and we want Perl. Let's see if it has those packages. Well, there we go. So it has all of those packages. Right, so this is going to tell you what all kinds of packages that it's going to install. And you type in, if you're okay with all of this, then you just type in yes, and you press enter. Yes, meaning why, and you just wait for everything to install. All right, so now once we're done installing this, we gotta rerun the command for VBox Linux editions. So you press up and up again, and it's gonna show you the command that we previously run. You hit enter, and it's gonna start running the command again. And now we just gotta wait for a while. Now, if you've noticed, everything has been installed without any kind of errors that we got previously, right? So that means that everything is good, everything is great. Now, the only thing we really need to do is restart the system, and when it says system, it means the virtual machine. All right, so now we type in exit, and that's going to close this off. And now we close this window, and we can eject this CD, this virtual CD without a problem. So we can just click eject volume. Now it should eject the disk for you. You can click on start or whatever this icon is, the power button here, and click restart. And once it's, just ignore whatever else it says. And once it's done restarting, we'll go over the next few steps. All right, we're back and the system is booted. Now, if for any reason your system did not boot after restart, what you need to do is click the close button, power off the machine, and restart the system from here. All right. That may happen in some cases and hasn't happened to me, but I know people who face that issue. Now, I'll give you the awesome thing that you can do now. So now if you rescale this window, it's going to scale the whole operating system with it. Now, there's one more really cool thing that you can do. If you go to machine or view and click on seamless mode, you can actually use your Linux virtual machine within your Windows machine, right? So now I can actually use the start menu from that and say I open the terminal emulator, and it's gonna behave as if it's a part of Windows. You're just gonna have two taskbars. Now my taskbar here is on the left, so you're not gonna see it because I've cropped it out, but you're gonna see the taskbar for Linux or X Ubuntu right up here. And we can actually use our terminal window um, as if it's a part of Windows, right? Like as if it's a part of your main operating system. So this I think is pretty cool. You can do this if you want, if you're just using both operating systems at the same time. If you want to turn this off, all you really got to do is go back. So at the bottom, you're going to see this little bar show up. Go to view and click to click and the seamless mode. That's what we don't want. So you just click on that again and it's going to go back to your previous screen. Now the next thing that we need to do is be able to access our source code files or files on your main machine from your virtual machine, right? So the safest way to do that is you click on settings for your virtual machine right here. All right. You go to shared folders. Okay. Now we want to add a machine folder. So you click on this little icon here and you're going to navigate to the folder that you want to add. So I've added the path to one of my folders here. I didn't show you my whole file system and structure and everything because for privacy reasons. So I'm just going to click on auto mount and it's going to be called test folder. You can call it whatever you want. You can leave everything else blank and you just click OK. And now you click OK. And now that thing's going to be mounted to your system. You click start. And it's going to open up our virtual machine. So let's give it a few seconds. Now, once your virtual machine starts, there's one little thing we need to do before we can actually access this folder. If you're trying to do it, it will give you a permission denied error. I won't get it because I've already done the steps required to access it. So what you need to do is don't panic, first of all. You go to start, you open the terminal emulator, right? And now here you want to do, so let me just maximize this. So the command you want to type in here is sudo add user $USER. Then make sure the $USER, note the capitalization. USER needs to be in capital, and we want to do VBox SF. You press enter, and now it's going to ask me for a password. You do that. And now it says the user Piyush is already a member of VBox SF. In your case, if it's not a member of VBox SF, it's going to do that for you. And once we're done doing that, we got to log out and log back in. So what we do here is click on log out, right? And then type in your password and log back in. And that's going to make sure that the changes that you just made stick. And now if you go into your file manager and click on this, and you're going to see that it's actually open. So this is your, this is whatever is contained in the folder that you just shared. So you can open this within your virtual machine and change something here, and it's going to change on your Windows machine as well. All right. Now, this is the easiest and the safest way to actually go about doing things, because any changes that you make here will also be reflected on your Windows system. So you don't have to mess around with dragging, dropping, and any of that ugly stuff. All right. And there you have it. Thank you everyone for watching. And if you have any questions, you can just leave a comment below, or, you can always reach out to me. My contact details. And we will try to get you up and running as quickly as possible. Anyway, thank you everyone once again for watching, and have a good one.